Good evening. Negros Oriental 3rd District Representative Arnie Teves has been expelled from the House of Representatives role after 265 lawmakers voted to adopt the latest recommendations from the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. During the session on Wednesday, Ethics Panel Chairperson Representative Felimon Espares says the committee unanimously recommends Teves' expulsion. According to Espares, the report gave bearing to Teves' application for political asylum in Timor-Leste, his continuous absence, and indecent behavior on social media. The committee's report comes after lawmakers held a closed-door hearing last Monday. None of the lawmakers present voted in the negative, while all three members of the Makabayan bloc abstained.
With 265 members voting in the affirmative, 0 against, and 3 abstentions, the findings and recommendations contained in Committee Report number 717 on the matter of Representative Arnolfo Arnie A. Teves are now adopted.
Previously, the committee already handed down two 60-day suspensions against the lawmaker as he failed to report to the House despite Speaker Martin Romualdez's direct order. To recall, Teves flew to the United States for a medical procedure by the power of the travel authority issued by the House from February 28 to March 9. However, Teves refrained from returning to the Philippines after authorities implicated him in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. Teves is currently facing several charges in connection with the Degamo slay, along with the deaths of 3 persons killed in 2019. Teves, however, has repeatedly denied any involvement in the death of Degamo. On August 1, the Teves siblings and 11 others were tagged as terrorists by the Anti-Terrorism Council. Navotas Police Chief Colonel Alan Umipig has been removed from his post and is facing administrative charges in connection with the death of 17-year-old Jero Jemboy Baltazar. The National Capital Region Police Office on Wednesday says its Chief Major General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. relieved Umipig upon the recommendation of the Philippine National Police Internal Affairs Service. In a statement on Tuesday, the PNP Internal Affairs Service said it recommended the filing of administrative charges against Umipig and 11 other police officers. This after it found lapses in the operation they carried out last August 2 that led to the death of Baltazar. Earlier reports indicated that 6 police officers were involved in the death of Baltazar. The PNP Internal Affairs Service, however, determined that Umipig had instructed to exclude from their reports 11 more police officers who were involved in the fatal shooting of Baltazar. Due to this, the PNP Internal Affairs Service says complaints for dishonesty and command responsibility would be filed against Umipig. Complaints for abandoning Baltazar's body and other possible violations of police operational procedures would be lodged against the 11 police officers. Meanwhile, Baltazar was laid to rest on Wednesday afternoon following a mass at San Lorenzo Ruiz Church. His remains were brought to the La Loma Catholic Cemetery in Caloocan. President Bongbong Marcos has appointed Teddy Locsin Jr. as special envoy of the President to the People's Republic of China for special concerns, according to the palace. This comes amid rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea after the Chinese Coast Guard attacked Filipino vessels with a water cannon in Ayungin Shoal. Locsin is currently the Philippine ambassador to the United Kingdom. He was the Secretary of Foreign Affairs during the time of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Malacanang says President Bongbong Marcos has ordered the Department of Trade and Industry and the Department of Agriculture to keep a closer eye on the price of rice. In a statement, Marcos says rice supply is sufficient but notes that prices are very variable. The statement from the president comes amid high rice prices and the beginning of the El Nino phenomenon. The DA reports that retailers sell rice at different costs, some at 38 to 40 pesos per kilo, while others sell the lowest variety at 50 pesos per kilo. Marcos also reiterates his warning against rice hoarders and manipulators who would take advantage of the lean months before harvest season. The president had previously ordered the National Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice to go after these agricultural smugglers. He doubled his order during his second State of the Nation address last month. The Department of Budget and Management says it has allotted a total of 16.9 billion pesos for government workers' salary hike in the proposed 2024 national budget. In a statement, Budget Secretary Amena Pangandaman says the amount was estimated based on possible increases from 2 to 8% in the monthly salaries of different positions in national government. She also points out the last tranche of salary hikes mandated by the Salary Standardization Law of 2019 was implemented last January. According to Pangandaman, President Bongbong Marcos told the DBM to study the implementation of salary hikes to ensure that compensation of all civilian government personnel will become generally competitive to the private sector. The DBM chief adds that the proposed budget for wage hikes is aimed at encouraging people to enter government. It is also meant as an incentive to current employees to stay in government and perform well. Line 1 of the light rail transit will implement half-day operations on Sunday, August 20. In a statement, the Light Rail Manila Corporation says LRT-1's morning operations from 4:30 a.m. to 11:59 a.m. are temporarily suspended on August 20. Normal operations on LRT-1 will resume by 12 noon on the same day. According to the LRMC, the half-day operations will give way to signaling system upgrades, which is part of preparations for the LRT-1 Cavite extension. Alamin naman natin ang mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz kasama si Anthony Arceo ng Bandera.
Hello Neil! At hello sa lahat ng kabandera natin all over the universe. Narito ang latest chika for today. Itinanggi ng aktres na si Yasi Pressman na may namamagitang something sa kanila ng presidential son na si Sandro Marcos. Tawa lang ng tawang aktres nang mabalitaan ng kumakalat na video na kuha sa isang event kamakailan kung saan sweet na sweet sila together kasabay ng pagde-deny na may relasyon sila ni Sandro. Base sa paglilinaw ni Yasi sa 24 oras nitong Martes, nalagyan lang daw ng mali siya ang video dahil na slow-mo at nalagyan ito ng background music. Kasunod nito, inamin din niya na totoong break na sila ng kanyang non-showbiz boyfriend na si John Simera. Say ni Yasi, matagal na raw silang hiwalay ngunit kahit na break na sila, ay grateful siya sa dating jowa. Hiling naman niya na sana ay irespeto ng iba ang kanilang desisyon, lalo na't private person si John. Samantala, kasalukuyan namang nauugnay si Yasi sa Camarines Sur Governor Luigi Villapuerte matapos kumalat ang video na di umano'y makikitang hinahalikan siya nito sa pisngi. Kuha ito sa nagdaang selebrasyon ng foundation ng Bongbong Marcos Sur. Wala pa namang pahayag si Yasi ukol rito. At yan nga ang latest showbiz chika for today. Tutok lang sa bandera para sa mas may init pang pasabog sa mundo ng showbiz. Maraming salamat, Neil.
Maraming salamat, Ann. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. House expels Negros Oriental Representative Arnolfo Teves due to disorderly behavior and continuous absence. Navotas police chief removed from his post and is facing administrative charges over the death of 17-year-old Jemboy Baltazar. Jemboy laid to rest on Wednesday afternoon. President Bongbong Marcos appoints former DFA chief Teddy Locsin Jr. as special envoy to China. And these are the stories you need to know today. I am Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.